Aloha class, my name is Sarah Arzate. Thank you for taking the time to watch my presentation on LIS technology from the past, present, and future for my final presentation for the course. So I'm going to start today's presentation by briefly going over the topic of automation in the 1950s. I'll continue with the creation of MARC starting in 1965, the development of BIBFRAME and its introduction to the library community in 2012, and the possibilities of extended reality in the coming years, beginning in 2026. So automation in libraries became a trend in the 1950s. It soon caught the attention of the Library of Congress, who wanted to investigate the feasibility of automating their collection. The conclusion of the report of a study conducted in their library stated that a group should be established to design and implement the procedures required to automate the catalog, searching, indexing, and document retrieval functions. The project dedicated to the creation of the automation in libraries was called MARC, otherwise known as machine readable cataloging. And this is my past technology that I'll be presenting today. So Henriette Avram, shown in the picture at the bottom of this next slide, was tasked with the creation of MARC, the MARC format for the Library of Congress, which she was successful in doing so. Avram created a system using coded fixed fields and tag variable fields using numbers. And numbers is what was really important with what she did. So one of the main difficulties in making automation a reality in libraries is the process of taking bibliographic information and making it machine readable. Computers can only read information when it's received in numbers, while bibliographic information in a library card catalog, those are written in words. So she and two women began implementation of this new type of automation within various libraries, from research, academic, public, and school libraries. Over many years, MARC has evolved and has been adopted by libraries all over the world. Currently, MARC 21 is the most widely used version of MARC today. So MARC's impact was massive. Libraries became automated with the use of machine technology that assisted the efficiency of creating bibliographic records. It also provided libraries with common standards of recording bibliographic information, creating consistency between libraries. This consistency then led to more collaboration between libraries, and inter-library loans were possible, with the library being able to share records with one another to track borrowed materials. This in turn provided patrons with better access to materials. Patrons were also able to locate their own information using standardized card catalogs and later OPACs from various libraries. The rise of MARC records was a much needed technological advancement in creating a system of standardization between libraries. MARC assisted in the creation of reliable information found in card catalogs and OPACs. It is still used today, but it lacks the capacity to integrate and engage with the World Wide Web. This is where BIBFRAME comes into the picture. So BIBFRAME is my present technology. So the Library of Congress announced BIBFRAME in 2012 and described it as a foundation for future bibliographic descriptions grounded in linked data techniques. Now, linked data expresses relationships between entities by encoding relationships through stable hyperlinks. These hyperlinks are called Uniform Resource Identifiers, or URIs, and they assist in linking contextual as well as bibliographic information to the web. The capacity to link library collections with open linked metadata from external web resources would elevate how users access information found in library collections. The overall framework of BIBFRAME consists of four main classes, which are works, instances, authorities, and annotations. These classes are the objects and the subjects to record the relationships between resources, while properties are the descriptive elements and classes about classes and provides a list of types of relationships between them. Now, BIBFRAME has many different impacts. One of them is it enriches research descriptions, because it's not just bibliographic, but it's also contextual information that's linking different resources together. Another impact is it exposes the library metadata to the open web. So someone could be searching on the open web and actually find a resource that they might need in the library or from the library. So it also assists library users in accessing hidden collections. Sometimes it's harder to find different resources just using bibliographic data, but by linking many different resources together, users might be able to see more of the collection. Now, people today like efficiency and ease when it comes to getting their information. By streamlining the process of locating the information patrons seek by using a discovery interface like Google that everyone uses on a daily basis, by linking bibliographic information as well as contextual, will keep libraries relevant to their communities. All right, and my last technology is my future technology, which is extended reality, otherwise known as XR. Now, extended reality refers to all real and virtual combined environments and encompasses several terms such as AR, VR, and mixed reality, MR. And I'll explain what those are. And for that reason, I'm just going to group them together and call them extended reality. So, like I mentioned before, VR is encompassing, and AR and MR are all within XR, which is extended reality. VR technology completely blocks out a user's surroundings and is then replaced by a virtual environment where it can be explored and interacted with. AR, by contrast, allows users to retain a view of their surroundings and then overlays computer-generated content. And then mixed reality is the merging of real and virtual worlds to produce new environments and visualizations. So, how is this used currently? Well, it's actually used a lot more than I knew. So I'll just share 3 areas in society where it's actually being used. So one is through manufacturing, and it's used to develop effective and purposeful training in a personalized manner. And it also is used for safety measures to avoid loss of lives and machineries. In healthcare, extended reality is used to offer a wide scope for better visualization and analysis of patients, to impart quality surgical training for doctors, and to also make timely diagnosis. In education, extended reality is used to make learning more immersive and interactive, and that makes it more visually impactful for the student. And it's also able to make learning flexible and more interesting to students. Now, libraries should be aware of XR trends, since its popularity and use in different aspects of society are predicted to rise. XR has the potential to change the way we experience and learn about the world around us. And there's different ways libraries can use XR in their libraries. So one is through experiences. Now, there's a possibility for patrons to experience a book before actually reading it. And it may encourage a love of reading and introduce readers to books that might not have been otherwise interested in. Readers could read about the hot fire of Mordor or take a stroll to Hobbiton before reading the pages of a Lord of the Rings book, simply by putting on an XR headset and perusing the library collection. There could be interactive XR LibGuides, where librarians could create experiences to provide patrons an opportunity to understand concepts that might otherwise be abstract by virtually providing a walkthrough of it. Okay. Libraries could also create XR makerspace, where the patrons could create XR experiences to expand upon the growing market and possibly growing workforce in this particular area. So with the growth of XR in all these different areas, it would be important for our patrons to understand how to actually create these experiences. The libraries could have XR programming that could be interactive training for different roles in society that could be provided by the library through the softwares that are created. XR could be used on a more personal level to have families experience their family history, where they can create their own stories to share with their children. There could be even a training on empathy for others held in the library, where participants could feel what it's like to be unfairly profiled or stereotyped through XR experiences. And it can make a difference in the type of understanding we have for one another. Lessons in school and academic libraries can be more interactive as students experience the lecture rather than just listening. Children create their own virtual field trips around the globe, which is created from their research. You could teach younger patrons of the library how to create XR experiences that will prepare them for possible job opportunities, similar to how coding is taught in schools today. Now, this concludes my presentation on past, present, and future technology in LIS. Please let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.